from the Swisscast Network.
Your team has sent you 47 Slack messages before lunch. By 3 p.m., you've been in 4 meetings. But if you're being really honest, you still have no idea what's actually getting done this week. Sounds familiar? Here's what I see happen. Founders schedule meeting after meeting after meeting, trying to get everyone on the same page so work gets done. But instead of clarity, it creates chaos. More meetings, more messages, and less actual progress. Most meetings exist to make up for lack of one good meeting. In this episode, I'm going to walk you through the one meeting that actually saved you from 10 others. It's 30 minutes, once a week, and it will give you back hours of your life. Let's talk about the weekly alignment meeting. I've spent 20 years helping impact founders build businesses at scale without the burnout. Every episode of this podcast is 5 to 8 minutes with just one tool or approach you can use this week. Welcome to This Is Harder Than I Want It to Be. I'm Linda van Egmond. Let's make it easier. Here's a reality check. I work with a founder, let's call her Sarah, who had a good team, super smart and dedicated people. But her day was filled with one-on-ones, spontaneous project updates, and answering quick questions. Over and over. On Monday morning, someone would ask, "Can we catch up about this project I'm working on?" On Wednesday afternoon, right when she was working on something. "Do you have a sec? It's regarding the Q2 goals." On Friday, "We have this client issue. What's your call?" It wasn't that her team couldn't figure it out. It's that they didn't have a regular moment to get aligned. So they'd wait and then interrupt her. Constantly. Here's what was actually happening. Her team wasn't the problem. Her lack of rhythm was the problem. There was no shared moment to look at what mattered. No regular time to surface issues. No predictable space to review the numbers together. So every question felt urgent. Every update happened in Slack. Every issue landed on her desk the second it came up. The solution wasn't more meetings. It was one meeting with the right structure. One rhythm that answered all those questions before they became interruptions. So here's the shift. Think about traffic lights. Without them, traffic would be absolute chaos. Everyone's guessing, honking, stopping, starting. But add traffic lights, simple, predictable rhythm, and suddenly thousands of cars flow smoothly at the same space. That's what a weekly alignment meeting does. It creates a rhythm where information flows instead of piling up. Here's how it works. 3 parts, and then 30 minutes in total. Part 1, the metrics. Your first 10 minutes. You review 5 to 7 numbers that actually matter to your business. Not everything, just the numbers that tell you if you're on track. Everyone sees the same data. Everyone knows if you're winning or falling behind. No surprises and no guessing. Then in the next 10 minutes, this is where your team brings up anything that is blocking progress. Not to solve everything right now, just to surface it. Get it out of Slack, get it out of someone's head, and put it on a shared list. Then you pick the top 3 most important issues and decide, do we tackle this now, schedule time to solve it, or let it go? In the last 10 minutes, you talk about priorities. You look at the week ahead. What are the 3 to 5 things that absolutely must get done? Who owns it, and what's the deadline? This isn't about micromanaging. It's about making sure everyone is rowing in the same direction. That's it. Metrics, issues, priorities. 30 minutes, once a week. And here's what will change. Your team stops wondering what matters. They know. Problems get caught early instead of turning into fires. And you get out of the constant question and answering mode because everyone has the context they need.
I share ideas and tools, work in progress, and brainwaves on LinkedIn that don't make it into episodes. If you want to follow along and connect with other impact founders dealing with the same chaos, find me at Linda van Egmond on LinkedIn. Send me a message. Tell me what you're working on right now. I'd love to hear from you.
And here's your move for this week. If you listened to episode 5 about lead versus lag indicators, you already know your metrics. So what you need to do next is create an issues list. Start a shared document. Nothing fancy, just a list or a table. The rule is simple. If it takes up brain space, it goes on the list. Throughout the week, Anyone can add to it. Then, in your meeting, you review it together and you pick your top 3 to tackle. And then it's time to set your first meeting. Same day, same time, every week, 30 minutes, not negotiable. Block it on the calendar now. Make it recurring. Protect it like your life depends on it, because your sanity does. That meeting isn't about having all the answers. It's about creating a space where the right questions get asked. And here's what you'll notice after just a few weeks. The Slack messages will slow down. Why? Because people know that they can bring it to the next weekly meeting instead of interrupting you constantly. Your team will start solving more problems on their own. Why? Because they have context and they know what matters. They don't need to check in with you on every little thing. And you'll actually know what's happening in your business without living in chaos. Let's be honest, most meetings could be an email. But this one actually saved you from 10 emails, 47 Slack messages, and at least 3 quick sync meetings that turn into hour-long rabbit holes. It's not about adding more to your calendar. It's about creating the rhythm that makes everything else flow. So what would change in your business if everyone on your team knew exactly what mattered this week without having to ask you? Think about it, then try it. Same time, same place, every week. Metrics, issues, priorities. 30 minutes. That's it for this episode. Check the show notes for ways to connect with me, because we all know impact founding is much harder than we want it to be. I hope this makes it easier.
This podcast is a production of the Swisscast Network, amplifying English-speaking voices in, for, and about Switzerland. Learn more at swisscast.network.